Janky here. Wanted to share with you guys, I got my new CD, Janky, them Grackles, foot stomping stuff based on the real Delta blues. So a little while back I saw a video from one of my favorite bands, Mastodon, and they broke down their CD and gave context to all the songs and how they recorded them. I love to know what's behind music that I like. Hopefully I can give you some context about the songs that I've written, people that have played on it, what this music means to me, because as a songwriter, this is my first CD, and I had fun recording it and I had fun writing it. The CD, Them Grackles, came about because I started a band called Them Grackles, and we were just a busking band. We just like playing on the street, having fun with people, just playing music. That's really what it's about. That's why I learned to do what I do. We played on the street a few times. The drummer, Sal Tornio, I said, look, come over to my house, and we're basically gonna busk right in the studio. So Sal shows up, sets his drums up, basically writing the songs on the spot. Sal, here's the riff, and I'd play the riff and say, here's a good tempo. Just gonna give you some cues, and I called out different things to him as we were playing, and that is basically half of the CD. Stuff that was written right on the spot, recorded on the spot, done, bam. I play bass for Reverend K.M. Williams and Trainwreck. I'm under his tutelage, if you will. He's taken me under his wing, and I'm so blessed. He's such a great guy, and he is absolutely one of the best, the greatest blues musicians of our time. The guy is the real deal. The stuff that I'm learning from him, I'm not talking about, these 6-minute solos and just being able to... thing that I'm learning from him is really how to be simple, how to milk a groove, how to milk a riff, and just make it beautiful. So I've learned a lot from him, and the way I approach songs now and the structure of songs. It hasn't been easy because he'll just flip stuff up on me and it makes it really hard, But a lot of the riffs are kind of my version of what he does. And I'll never play exactly like Reverend K.M. Williams, but I've got my own feel that I'm just kind of playing off what he's taught me. I love when Reverend K.M. Williams just kind of drops into dropping knowledge. My phone out and I hit record and I record that, and that's who you hear on the first track of this. I wanted a song that kind of set up the feeling for the CD. I wanted something that was short and just really just had the meat of what is on this CD. He's talking about from your ear to here. That's what it's about. From listen to it, and it's got to come from the heart. And God bless that guy. You love drama, and I know you love abuse, but don't you deny that crazy ain't no excuse. And the riff is a really cool riff. I love to play in B, and I got to give a shout out to Jeff Stone, Deacon Jeff Stone. He came in, and wow, he just killed it on the majority of these songs. He spent a whole day in the studio recording some of these songs, and it was a lot of fun, and props to that guy. He's one of the best harp players around, and God bless that guy. You might think that's in B, but that's actually, I dropped my E string down to D. So it's really, really low. That's C. But I'm just doing the drop D thing, and I'm tuned down a whole step. I figured out there's certain positions on the neck that if you play the blues scale like you would normally play the pentatonic minor, I normally think that would be in B. Like, if you play the same exact scale, but the root note, the music is in D, that makes it blues major. So that's Junior Kimbrough stuff. It's so beautiful. The major key blues, and it sounds so beautiful. That song came about really quickly. I had an idea for a song, and I was originally going to call it Mississippi Beer Stains because there's beer stains on top of my bass amp from playing in Mississippi. in Clarksdale at the Deep Blues Fest or the Juke Joint Fest, and I think it was Washboard Jackson said something. He was putting a beer on top of my amp. I said those are Mississippi beer stains, and it was one of those. I was like, oh, that could be cool. So I thought, well, it'd be cool, since I'm from Louisiana, Shreveport, Louisiana. The song kind of wrote itself. Louisiana beer stains, about my friends, about lost love in Louisiana. Now I live in Texas. I wrote the song and recorded it probably in like 2 hours. I sent it to Landon and said, hey man, can you lay down some harp on this? And over I threw it in, and there you have it. And it's one of my favorite songs I think I've ever written. It really is a lot of true stuff in the song that I really like. Hope you dig it. Track 4 is The Devil Came Between Us, or Betwixt. It's a really cool riff. I'd like to think it's a kind of a John Lee Hooker riff that's kind of stanked up. Sal did a great job. A really good drummer. He's able to focus on different parts of the song just on the fly. If I repeat the riff, he goes right back to what we were doing before. The devil came betwixt us. That's what it's about. Lost love, and the devil comes betwixt. I believe is absolutely, I'm a Christian, and I believe in Jesus Christ. He saved my soul. And this is one of those songs that kind of literally just came to me and just jumped out. Recorded it really quick. I pretty much played everything on this except for the harmonica, and that's Jeff Stone did an amazing job on that song. It's the major blues again. For you guitar players out there, if the band's in the key of A, you play in the key of F sharp, just play the pentatonic blues in the key of F sharp while the band's in A. That's going to make it the major. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. The tricky thing is when the harmonica player, harmonica players, if I'm in the key of A, he would be in the key, or he'd be playing typically a D harmonica, but that's for pentatonic. I believe I had Macy, she did some vocals on this, and she did a great job, and she does what she does. If you haven't heard of this girl, look her up. She's an amazing, amazing singer here. And again, this is one of my favorite songs for me, and I think the man above for that. So the night is dark and overcast. So Then Dogs Are Coming is a train wreck song. It's on the 1159 CD. It's a really cool track. KM does a really cool thing that's kind of rare. It's a chromatic thing. But the riff goes like this. It's in E, but again, it does that chromatic riff in there. Actually, I play drums on that one. I've got a little kit here I bought for my daughter. Just mic'd it up and recorded that song pretty quickly as well. Of course, Jeff Stone kills it on the harp on that one. So thanks to the Trainwreck and Washboard and KM for letting me record that one. Too Much Jonesin' is a old 1969 song that we wrote a long time ago, and the song that I play on the CD that is in open G, and the riff is so it's fun riff, fun thing to play, and like I said, old 1969 song. And old Blind Willie McTell song, really fun song to play. The lyrics are great. It's about drinking moonshine and stuff, and the riff is in A. Lord don't like it, no, I don't need the. Lord don't like it, no, I don't need the. And that's gonna change, yeah. Thank Blind Willie McTell. He did a lot of great stuff, and just go listen to him. That's a song that just kind of happened on the street when Sal came over to my studio, threw that out again, and we just it happened, you know. I grew up in Louisiana. We'd often go to a place called Black Bayou, just a total swamp. The water was black, it was alligators and all kind of stuff in there. That kind of brings back a lot of memories, and it's just talking about Louisiana and my roots. And on the riff is kind of reminds me of Gary Clark Jr. a little bit. Cool track, hope you enjoy it. So my father, Herbert Paul Lindsay, has lived a very interesting life. A greaser, I guess you would say. Really cool guy. He's a great storyteller. And so this is him telling the story. Grew up near downtown Shreveport, Louisiana, kind of a rough part of town. There were juke joints down the street from where he lived. You would go down there and check out the blues, and he's definitely been a music influence on me as well. He got me into a lot of cool stuff, and I owe a lot to my father for that. And Harry, he lives in Fort Worth, Texas. He laid down the harmonica for me, did a great job. I wanted a song on the CD, feeling of the blues, you know, just a kind of dirty juke joint. It's a fun song to play. So that's kind of got that Junior Kimbrough feel to it, you know. I have my dad on there since he's such an influence on me. And Keep Running Mississippi it's a line I took from a Parliament Funkadelic song. So this is my Robin Trower Bridge of Sighs song. He's got this spinning speaker cabinet, like a Leslie thing happening. And he's a great guitar player. I've always thought it was a really cool sound in the song, Bridge of Sighs. You know, once I recorded it, I wasn't in love with it. Jeff Stone came over, laid down some harmonica on it. He used a baritone or something, a really big low harmonica on. So that added some life to it. The riff is really dark. So it's a pretty dark, heavy metal type riff. Sal did a great job, and I think Jeff Stone added a lot to it, you know, but I always want to try different things, and I think that, you know, that's not totally a blues song, but it's just got a cool feel. And again, you know, go listen to Bridge of Sighs by Robin Trower. It's an awesome song. Can't deny the huge influence that Reverend K.M. Williams has had on me. His playing is truly amazing. He's one of the blues greats. So blessed to be able to learn with him, be his friend, and just hopefully carry his torch. And it's not to say that I'm learning a lot of technical things from him. It's not the kind of blues that he plays. It's all about a feeling, and feeling that groove, and his hand pattern, and the way he moves his feet. You know, that's all kind of combined into this really cool blues thing. It sounds simple, but it is not simple by any means. So that's kind of the feeling of it, you know. And it's I used a capo at G, and I remember I wrote it. I was camping out in my camper, and Jeff Stone came over and just, you know, blew the harp, and hopefully it's a tribute to a great musician and man. So God bless Reverend K.M. Williams. So the last song on the CD is Gonna Get Up On My Way, a song about death, but it's actually the good death, going to heaven, being that I'm saved and know I'm going there. Wanted to end the CD with something that just had a really good kind of feeling to it, that just felt, and it's one of those major key things as well. And the riff, you know. Just I think it's a beautiful song. It just got such a beautiful feel to it when it's a major blues. And that's what this is. Into the song, I kind of got a long scene where it just reminds me of playing on the street. Good soulful kind of relaxing music. And you know, I want to create music that people listen to and people enjoy, and Jeff Stone just did a beautiful job on that. So that's it. I hope you hope this video kind of gave you some insight on the music and some context to what I'm doing here and my love and passion for the blues. Hopefully it's evident. Just encourage you to really support independent musicians like myself. I just love making music, and I'll just go stream it or hit me up to online, janky.com, buy a physical CD. Bam. 14 tracks, great harmonica playing on this. Hopefully you will dig it, and thank you for your time.